Now I invite children of all ages to come on up and join me for the unicorn. Now, in the order of service, it says that it was the Irish Rovers, and that's true that they made it very popular, but it was written by Mr. Shel Silverstein from Chicago. And the kids are going to lead us in how we do this. It's very simple. Kids of all ages now, I invite you to put your hands out in front of you. And you get your green alligators, your long neck geese, your humpy-backed camels, and your chimpanzees. Okay, put that together now. Your green alligators, your long neck geese, your humpy-backed camels, and your chimpanzees. Now, this is tricky. We're going to do this 3 times, all right? Your cats, your whiskers, your rats, the snout, and your elephants. Okay? Your cats, your rats, and your elephants. One more time. Your cats, your rats, your elephants. But sure as you're born, the loveliest of them all was the unicorn. And you can spin around. Okay? Are we ready? Let's try that together. There were green alligators and long-necked geese, some humpy-backed camels and some chimpanzees, some cats and rats and elephants, but sure as you're born, the loveliest of them all was the unicorn. A long time ago when the earth was green, there were more kind of animals than you've ever seen. They'd run around free while the earth was being born, but the loveliest of them all was the unicorns. You got your green alligators and long-necked geese, some humpy-backed camels and some chimpanzees, some cats and rats and elephants, but sure as you're born, the loveliest of them all was the unicorn. Now God seen some sinning, and it gave him pain. And he said, "Stand back, I'm gonna make it rain." He said, "Hey, Brother Noah, I'll tell you what to do. Build me a floating zoo and take some of them green alligators and long-necked geese, some humpy-backed camels and some cats and rats and elephants, but sure as you're born, don't you forget my unicorn." Well, old Noah was there to answer the call. He finished up making the ark just as the rain started falling. He marched in the animals 2 by 2, and he called out as they went through, "Hey, Lord, I got your green alligators and long-necked geese, some humpy-backed camels and some chimpanzees, some cats and rats and elephants, but Lord, so forlorn, I just can't see no unicorn." Now Noah looked out through the driving rain. Them unicorns were hiding, playing silly games, splishing and a-splashing while the rain was falling. Oh, them silly unicorns. You got your green alligators and long-necked geese, some humpy-backed camels and some chimpanzees. Noah cried, "Close the doors, 'cause the rain is falling, and we just can't wait for no unicorn." Well, the ark started moving. It drifted with the tide. Them unicorns looked up from the rocks, and they cried. And the water came down, sort of floated them away. And that's why you've never seen a unicorn to this very day. You see your green alligators and long-necked geese, some humpy-backed camels and some chimpanzees, some cats and rats and elephants, but sure as you're born, you're never gonna see no unicorn. Thanks, guys. Thank you. Nice job.
Right.
All right. All right, this morning the kids can stay in their pews. We're going to do a story for all of us. I practiced it downstairs with the youth, and they loved it, so there's a lot of pressure on here, peeps. This is the parable of the desert, author unknown. Our story today begins with a person who is lost in the desert. The water in their flask ran out 2 days ago, and they are feeling desperate. They know if they don't get water soon, they will surely die. Just then, they see a small hut off in the distance. Is it a mirage? Maybe it's a hallucination. With no better option, the person decides to stagger towards the hut. As they get closer, they realize the hut is real. Renewed by hope, they arrive at the door and notice the hut is not occupied and looks like it has been abandoned for quite some time. As the person opens the door, their heart skips a beat when they see a hand-operated water pump with a pipe that goes down through the floor to what they hope is a deep underground well. Filled with anticipation and excitement, the person works the hand pump for quite some time, but no water comes out. Frustrated and exhausted, the person gives up and slumps to the floor in despair. A short while later, they raise their head and open their eyes to see a corked bottle of water in the corner of the hut. They uncork the bottle and are about to gulp down the sweet, life-saving water when they see a piece of paper attached to the bottle with a note that reads, "Use this water to start the pump. Remember to refill the bottle when you're done." Now the person has a decision to make. Should they follow the instructions and pour the water into the pump, or should they ignore the note and just drink the water? What would you do? What would you do, Eamon? Pour it in the pump. Any other ideas, or is that what we're going with? All right, we're going to see what he does. If they pour the pump into the water into the pump, is there any guarantee it will work? No, no guarantee. What are some reasons why the pump might not work? Go ahead. It's been sitting too long. Teddy, any? It might not have enough water. Yep, absolutely. Eamon? Yes? Yes. All right, what if the instructions are true? Is it worth the risk of not drinking the water in the bottle? Right, without water, the person in our story will die. Let's continue the story to find out what happens. With hands trembling, the person pours the bottle of water into the pump, closes their eyes, and works the pump. At first, all they hear is gurgling sounds. Then suddenly, water comes out, more than they could possibly ever drink. The person revels in the cool, refreshing water, certain that they will live after all. As the person drinks the water and starts to feel better, they look around the hut and discover a pencil and a map of the region. The map shows they're still far from civilization, but at least now they know where they are and how to reach their destination. The person fills their flask for the journey ahead, refills the bottle, and corks the bottle of water, and adds words to the note before he leaves the hut. Trust me, it works. What does this story tell us about life? Eamon? Yep, you could trust other people. Yep. Yes? We should lift up other people. Absolutely. Nicole? Yes, sometimes you have to take a chance. Eamon? Yes, absolutely. Did you have something, Teddy? Yes. From our engineer, our budding engineer, follow the instructions.
Trust the science of the pump.
Trust the science of the pump, yes. What does the water represent for anyone? Life, yep. Jesse downstairs said faith. And actually Nico said hope, so. Yes, Sandy?
Well, it also represents our relationship to nature.
Absolutely. All right. Thank you very much for your participation.
What a great story. Our story this morning reminds us how difficult it is to place our trust in the unknown, especially in dire circumstances when so much is at stake, like for our friend in the desert. Yet where we place our trust matters, because without trust, we too easily fall into despair and disappointment. Without trust, we lose our zest for life, our capacity to love, and our ability to navigate life's challenges. So let us open our minds and hearts now to the place of quiet, to the silent prayer for the healing of pain, and the soft, gentle coming of love.